Good afternoon, I'm Malcolm Jordan and this is your midday news fix for Monday, the 9th of December. British Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer has called for a political solution in Syria as rebel group HTS takes control. Former President Bashar al-Assad has fled Damascus and been granted asylum in Russia. HTS has been designated a terrorist group by countries including New Zealand, Australia, the UK, US and EU. Starmer says it's very early days to negotiate with them, but they're speaking with regional allies on a solution.
What we must also ensure as we go through this, the rejection of terrorism and violence, that civilians are protected, minorities are protected, and that can only be through a political process.
Canterbury fire crews have contained a large vegetation fire west of Christchurch. About 50 West Milton homes were evacuated after it broke out last night, with residents allowed back early this morning, with no houses damaged. The blaze covers about 130 hectares in a 6.3 kilometre perimeter, including scrub, standing pines and pasture. Newstalk ZB's Jamie Cunningham has been there. She says firefighting teams are confident.
They're just continuing to put these helicopters up and looking like they're making good progress.
And Old West Coast Road has reopened to traffic. 2 Dunedin men have been arrested after allegedly assaulting 3 police officers at a checkpoint. Officers were carrying out breath tests on Green Island's Brighton Road just after 4 p.m. yesterday, when a driver evaded the stop and refused a roadside test. Blake Benny reports.
The man then refused to accompany an officer and his passenger left the vehicle and began arguing. An altercation broke out which saw one officer suffer an injured shoulder and 2 others receive moderate head injuries. Nearby police tasered and arrested the 24 and 33-year-old men.
They're due to appear in court today. Former Governor-General Dame Patsy Reddy has been appointed the new Climate Change Commission Chair. She replaces Rod Carr, who ended his 5-year term with a warning: New Zealand is not going far or fast enough to achieve its climate commitments. The new chair is joined by 2 new commissioners. They are Felicity Underhill, the director of the Australasian branch of hydrogen energy firm Fortescue Future Industries, and conservationist Devon McLean. Tauranga Council is weighing up a fluoride-free water supply option. Mayor Mahe Drysdale had asked for a delay to fluoridation, but was ultimately denied by the Ministry of Health. Residents would need to drive to collect the water from a tap, which would be set up on the outskirts of town. Drysdale told Heather Duplessis-Allen, while he drinks fluoridated water himself, others feel differently.
We've had a couple of hundred at our council meetings, and there's certainly a very vocal group of people that don't like having fluoride added to the water.
To sport. A try on debut for Geordie Barrett for Leinster in European Rugby's Champions Cup in Bristol in a 35-12 win. The Māori All Blacks have confirmed a July 5 fixture against Scotland in Whangarei for next year. England and Australia have wrapped up comprehensive Test cricket victories on either side of the Tasman, but Sri Lanka and South Africa's second match in Canberra is in the balance after 4 days. Sri Lanka chasing 348 to win, 205 for 5 with a day to play in a bid to level the series. I'm Malcolm Jordan. That's your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update at 5 p.m. from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.